The teenage years came and went without a hitch. For others, it was a bumpy ride. In this video, we'll look at how you can express this often confusing period of your life when you may have succumbed to your urges before you considered controlling them. Were your teen years filled with heated arguments, stress, silent anger, crashed cars, radical fun, dieting, messy rooms, life-giving music, phone calls, untold misery, and of course experimenting, maybe a little, maybe a lot? The teenage years are when we try to figure out what fits and what doesn't. So let's dig deeper. Research the times when you were a teenager to set the stage for your stories. For example, let's look at fashion and what influenced it. Music did. Rock bands brought bell-bottom jeans and bright floral prints, for example. Movies and TV influenced fashion. There was John Travolta with his comb-back hair and white disco suit, and then Charlie's Angels with their big hairstyles. Poof. Politics and war influenced fashion. Remember all that strange camouflage clothing. And then there were the ethnic influences on fashion, like kaftans from India, bold patterns from Africa. What or who influenced your teenage attire? Tell your readers what your clothes felt like and what you felt like wearing them. Use slang of the times when writing teenage stories. Slang fads normally only last about 2 years, so research the year that you're writing about carefully. I broke that rule. I still love the word groovy, which originated from the grooves in the vinyl record. What technology was around when you were a teen? Include all this techie stuff. Was it the 8-track tape, the first microprocessor, Atari consoles, microwave ovens, portable cassette players, or the touch-tone telephone? I remember when those came out. It was so much quicker to dial someone. I guess the word dial stuck, even though we've been pushing buttons ever since. It's good to be specific, including brand names when you're describing all your items. Write about money during your teenage years. Did you earn it? Did you steal it? I remember once running out of a restaurant with a bunch of friends without paying, just for the heck of it. Did you get money from your grandmother? Talk about bank accounts and the currency itself, as well as handsome wallets and tweed purses. Tell stories about shopping and how your senses were on high alert as you browsed and selected. Include politics in your teen years if it's relevant. Who did you vote for? I belonged to the school's underground New Progressives party. Did you protest? What causes did you stand for or against? I'm sure you can ignite your pages with the power of music during these years. Invite your readers to hear it. George Harrison's weeping guitar, or Rod Stewart's raspy voice, like he's just trekked across the Scottish Highlands to get to me. What movies spoke to you back in those days? What character did you relate to? Do you still need a nightlight because of The Exorcist? How about your swimming habits since Jaws? And what about love story? Where, oh where do I begin? And what about transportation? What was around back then? Tell us about your first car and how you learned to drive. What was the freedom like when you got your wheels? Your creative juices can erupt and overflow during your teeny bopper years. At a time when you looked for humor in most things, when you hated with venom, and when you loved with every cell of your being. Write about how you expressed your creativity back then. Was it in music? I played the guitar. I must have played House of the Rising Sun 3 million times. In your looks, my boyfriend got a perm in the 70s. Were you creative with a lover? Or as you floated in a mind trip? Groovy. A teen is trying to figure out who they are. So the stories about your teenage years are sure to be filled with artistry, expression, unique style, and unadulterated talent. Describe body changes during puberty. Sprouting hair, curvy hips, more muscle, wider shoulders, periods, and all that other private part stuff. And, pimples. Describe high school. This is where you may have socialized the most, where you played sport, where you got A grades or not. Were you a good student or did you challenge authority? I took the wrong courses for sure. I'm not the advanced science and math type. But being a rocket scientist was a cool concept back then, even for girls. Let's move on to passionate love and dating. This has really changed over the years. What was acceptable back then when you were a teen? What wasn't? How did women's lib affect how you dated? Was it very confusing? Tap into all your senses when it comes to your first kiss, etc. Tell all. This is really awesome stuff. Describe your friends in your teenage stories and who pretended to be your friend. By the time you're a teenager, you may have changed your opinions about some or all of the characters in your life, your family members, your friends, etc. Tell it like it was. Who was cool, who wasn't. Look backwards and forwards as you recall your teenage years, back to your childhood and forward to future dreams. Include your teenage years, covering topics like high school and fashion, technology, money, music, dating, and friends, and following up on all your characters as you let your thoughts go wild. As you recollect the span of time between childhood and adulthood, do not try to make sense of them. Simply go along with the highs and the lows and that far out ride in between.